Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on the future of architecture, engineering, and construction, a deep dive into BIM technology. Before getting into the webinar, I'm honored to introduce today's esteemed speaker, Mr. Parvez Khan, sir. Sir is currently working as a deputy manager at Deloitte with over 12 years of extensive experience in civil engineering, project management, and building information modeling. Beyond his corporate role, he is the founder of Bimwala, and he is a mentor, innovator, and a leader of the Young BIM Heroes initiative. And Parvez Khan sir began his professional journey as a junior design engineer at Sen and Associates, and then he transitioned to Wapcos Limited, where he excelled as a project coordinator, and he managed numerous projects from planning, design to execution. And currently at Deloitte, he is heading digital transformation projects and improving workflows and helping organizations navigate
Vinay,
their. Hello.
Vinay, your slide, I am not able to see your second slide, I think, the introductory slide which you are
Okay. Okay.
talking. Yeah, this one.
Uh,
Okay, now you go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, Parvez Khan sir has began his professional journey as a junior design engineer at Sen and Associates, and he then transitioned into Wapcos Limited, where he excelled as a project coordinator. He managed numerous projects from planning, design to execution, and currently he's working as a deputy manager, uh, and he is leading digital transformation projects and improving workflows and helping organizations navigate their digital transformation journeys. And his commitment to mentoring and advancing BIM technologies in AEC industry makes him an invaluable resource for all of us. And I hope all the people will find insightful information from this webinar. And we are privileged to have Mr. Parvez Khan sir with us today to share his insights and expertise on the BIM technology and his transformative impact on the industry. Without getting delay, let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Parvez Khan, sir. Hello, sir. How are you? Hello.
Hi, Vinay. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. I'm doing good, and I hope you people are also doing good, right?
Yes.
So,
So I
I'm
can.
sharing my screen. Can you see?
Oh,
Is it
oh,
visible?
first I stop screen sharing. Stop. Now you can see.
Okay. Now it's visible, right? You can see
Yes.
the screen. Okay. Yeah. Thank you once again, Vinay, for introducing me. And yeah, I'm Parvez Khan, and a very good afternoon, all the available participants. I would like to give you the overview what exactly BIM is. Right, there are a lot of confusion. In fact, there are myths in the market as well. People are not very much aware about what exactly BIM is or what are the advantages of it. Right, so yeah, we'll see what exactly BIM is. What can BIM bring us to right? And we'll see what could be the career paths, the opportunities in this particular, uh, I would say, the future of AEC industry, right? With that note, let me begin with the PPT. So this is a short disclaimer, right? Which says these views are my personal opinions and personal views. Uh, these could not be considered as expert views, right? These are my opinions, and the content is not intended to malign anyone or anything, right? There are possibilities that I may get some, erroneous or maybe ambiguous information as well. But yeah, that is why I'm saying this short disclaimer, right? So Vinay has already introduced me, but again, a brief, a short introduction of mine. I hope this, tab is not this sharing tab is not disturbing to anyone. You can see the screen fully and clearly, the presentation view, right? Right,
Yes, sir.
Vinay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. So currently working with Deloitte, previously worked close to 9 years in Webcos, that is a government consultancy firm, public sector undertaking, right? And then I had my education from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam University, had a PG certification in international BIM management as well. And I do have some extra certifications from Bexel India Consulting, as you know, I'm a certified level one Bexel manager as well, and information practitioner from Operam Academy, based out at the UK, right? So this is again some more information about me. So there are something, because since it is not a physical session, we are meeting online. So I would like to have a active participation from your side. Okay, if you can on your video cameras, that would be fine. If you are not comfortable, that is also okay. And please put your gadgets on DND mode. You can have your water bottles or anything else which you would like to take. But I want your 100%, participation for the next 1.5 hour, so that you will learn a lot from this PPT. This I can ensure at least, right? All the myths will be a history after this session, right? No spamming. Keep yourself on mute and you can ask relevant questions. Okay. So let me take you through the content. What we're gonna see today will be saying the problem of AEC industry, right? When I say AEC, that means architectural engineering and construction. So if anybody comes from civil or maybe mechanical, if they are working into AEC industry, there are also AEC professionals. When we talk broadly, so we are AEC professionals, yes. When it comes to the niche industry, so we are civil engineers or maybe architects or mechanical engineers, those are working HVAC, plumbing and all. We'll see how BIM can be a solution for that, those pain points. Okay. Then some more information about, you can say, BIM, and what is the current market trend, basically what is going on when we look globally as well as in the Indian context as well, right? And of course, the opportunities, BIM companies, jobs in the market currently, or what we can expect in the future as well, career path in BIM, how does it looks like, you know, and then key takeaways way forward. I would give you a bonus tip as well in the end. So before going further, I would like to ask the audience or the participants, if you can rightly put in down in the chat box, what are the pain points of AEC industry, or as a civil engineer, what you think, what do you think, like the most challenging work in front of us, or what we face in our projects. Can anybody or anyone quickly put in the chat box? I believe chat is active, Vinay. They can interact na in the chat box.
Yes, yes, sir, they can interact.
If yeah. So measurements. Okay. So the question is like, what sort of, at a broader level, I'm asking. I'm not saying like as an individual you are facing. As an industry, I'm asking, what are the challenges or what sort of things you are coming across, major problems as a client, which client is facing, as an contractor is facing. Understanding between architect and execution of civil engineer, very good. This is one of the, yeah, coordination, in other words, we can say. Very right, very true. This is one of the pain points. Any other? I would appreciate if you can share your knowledge. Make it a two-way discussion, right? It's not an, there is a resistance for a change. Okay. Yeah, we'll see that resistance. Time. Okay, very good. Again, time is also one of the important factor, right? Coordination is there. And one more thing is there, if anybody can, cost. Exactly, now you are on the right track. So these are the challenges which we have been facing since decades. If we talk about the construction industry specifically, cost overrun, that is the cost. You might have seen, we estimate at x value, and by the end of the completion it will go 2x or 3x, right? This I have seen many a times. Time overrun, exactly, this is also one of the most important factor or critical factor which we face. Because of the time, the cost itself, it is directly proportional to the cost. If we are lagging in the time, that means we are tend to we will tend to have cost overrun. That is but obvious, right? Substandard quality is also one of the issues. Okay, because we are in hurry, we would like to complete, sorry, we would like to complete our projects by hook or crook, and that's how we landed in a difficult situation. We compromise sometimes with the quality, or by unknowingly. It is not the somebody would like to commit it, but it is unknowingly or within the pressure that happens sometimes. Okay, last but not the least is lack of collaboration. And if I would say what is the backbone of all these factors, so the lack of collaboration you can consider, because we are not interacting at the time of planning, we are not interacting during the construction phase. That's how we will be in trouble when we execute our projects. Okay, with this, if I would say that BIM can be considered as a solution for that. Okay, so I may not be wrong in that sense when I say BIM can be a solution for that. Why I'm saying this? Because it is been documented that if we implement BIM in our project, so we can have okay, and 15% if we are implementing them. Okay, we can improve our overall project quality by 44%, right? Not even this, we can improve or enhance our collaboration by 47% if we are including or we are implementing BIM in our projects. And by the way, this has been documented in the UK cabinet paper. In fact, Niti Aayog, which is the apex body for planning in our country, has also accepted that yes, BIM can reduce the build cost as well as can save the time. It can increase the collaboration, right? So we can consider BIM as a solution for the pain points of AEC industry. Okay, so again, bit more, I mean, a bit more interaction with you guys. So if I would ask from you people, that what do you understand by BIM? Any short definition? I would like to appreciate in the chat box if anybody can, define BIM. What do you understand by BIM? What exactly BIM for you guys as well? Before I deep dive into that, what exactly BIM is in one line or maybe one sentence, if you can define. I would wait for maybe 30 seconds if you people are applying. Try, give it a, I mean, try not to be shy. I mean, not to be, hesitate. Please interact if it is possible for you, and try to give it a shot. I mean, give it a try if you can define anything. What do you understand by BIM? And do not go to the Google, by the way. Okay. Uh, Collaborative channel. Akhil says it is a collaborative channel. Okay. Any can we expect more questions? I mean, more answers. BIM is a concept process combined with many software used to increase the productivity of construction. Not only construction, construction is also a kind of building information model. That is a kind of definition or the full form acronym of BIM basically. Okay, so it's not a concept, it's a process, or construction is one of the aspects of BIM. It's a methodology how we work. Methodology or a process, good platform for both construction and architecture. Yes, so that means you are, I mean, closer to the definition. So it's like, when we ask different people, so it's like, more or less this. Can you see the image of this elephant? It's like uh, we have tied a knot on our eyes, and then there's an elephant. We are touching the body parts of the elements, elephant, and we are saying like it's a wall. If somebody is touching the leg of the elephant, it's like, somebody is saying it's a tree. Okay, so different meaning to different professionals basically. If we are not trying to learn BIM, or we are not trying to understand it uh, in a good manner, then we may tend to have these different meanings as you people have just described in the chat box. It is as good as what we see in the picture, right? But what exactly BIM is? Okay, before I would go into the definition and the advantages, or what BIM can bring us to, or what can BIM bring to us, I would like to debunk the myths about BIM. Some people say it's a tool to solve clashes. Okay, BIM does not solve clashes, but rather allow team members to easily spot and rectify the clashes. Okay, those are from site engineering background, or like project managers or site engineers. They can understand what exactly clash means. Okay, when two different disciplines following each other or intersecting each other, just like, you can take an example of if a column is clashing between, if a column is falling with any MEP pipe or electrical conduit or HVAC duct, that means clash is there. Okay, so some say it is a tool to solve clashes, but it is not a tool. It is basically, allow team members to spot and rectify those clashes. Some say it is a software. People, I mean, plethora of people are out there. Those understand that BIM is Revit. I mean, Revit is BIM. Okay, but that's not exactly true. BIM is a process rather. Okay, Revit is a tool which we utilize during the BIM process. We have lot many tools just like Revit. We have ArchiCAD, Tekla for modeling and all, Navisworks. Some say it's a 3D model. No one denying the fact that it's 3D is one of the important aspects of BIM, building information modeling, right? But it's not only 3D model. It goes beyond 3D and all. Some say it's only for big projects. This is also one of the common myth. It is because the initial setup requires a lot of investment in that. So people consider that if we are having small projects, we can't implement BIM in that. But that's not the fact. Actually, that's not correct. Okay, we can utilize for the small projects as well. We can implement in the small projects as well BIM. So these are some of the common myths. We may have a lot many myths about BIM. Okay, but these I understood, like these were the important, so that I included in my PPT. Now, again, what is building information modeling basically? Okay, I'll make my level best that I could make you understand what exactly BIM is. So if you go by the literal definition of ISO Part 19650, it says, use of a shared digital representation of a built asset to facilitate design, construction, operation processes. Okay, this is kind of very heavy kind of definition, which has been mentioned in Part 1 19650 ISO, which we refer for building information modeling and all. Okay, this is a heavy kind of BIM definition. Okay, so let me make you a bit simpler for you guys. Okay, this definition has been mentioned by Autodesk. So it says it is a holistic process. Holistic means like complete process or a comprehensive project process of creating and managing information. We are creating and managing information, by the way, for a built asset. Built asset could be anything. Okay, it is not specifically means for buildings only. Okay, it is for, I mean, built asset could be a bridge, a dam, a building, an infra project, a road, anything based on an intelligent model and enabled by a cloud platform. BIM integrates structured data, multidisciplinary data to produce a digital representation of an asset across its life cycle. That means it is not only utilized during the planning stage or during the construction stage only, but throughout the life cycle of a project. Okay, starting from the planning. Okay, we utilize it during the planning phase, design phase, construction phase, not only that, but during the operation and maintenance stage as well. Okay, what are the features, or what are the fields in which we can utilize BIM? So we can do 4D, 5D simulations. We can use during the operation and maintenance stage. We can design. We can utilize this for the renovation and demolition purposes as well. Okay, we can use BIM for analysis, for planning, for detailed design, each and every aspect of a built asset. When I say built asset, that means built project. Asset means a project. Okay, so it is the definition which has been given by Autodesk. Okay, it makes sense. Intelligent model means, unlike a 3D traditional model, if you make something in 3D in AutoCAD, and if you can make a model in Revit, so these are totally different, because Revit model is your intelligent model. It consists of a lot of information. On the other hand, if you talk about a traditional 3D model, which is your AutoCAD model, it doesn't have much information apart from the dimensions and all. Okay, we can also integrate a lot of information about its materials, its properties, its specifications, that models specifications and all in Revit or in BIM, whereas you can't do that in the AutoCAD models and all. That is why it is being said it is an intelligent model. Okay, I hope you people are with me as of now. Can I have a quick yes, why in the chat box? Like, you people are getting what I'm explaining, that is making sense to you all. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see yes in the chat box. So that means we are good to go ahead. Let us understand what BIM can bring us. So the very first thing, which is the backbone of BIM, I would say, the very, very critical aspect of BIM, or key feature of BIM, basically. Okay, collaboration is basically, if you pay attention to this picture, you would find in a traditional method, here on the left hand side, you see this is the traditional process in our AEC industry. We have number of stakeholders. Client is there, architect is there, landscape structural engineer. We all work together in a project, on a project, but we work in our silos, our own silos. Okay, there is no kind of collaboration as of now. Okay, it's kind of a chaotic situation. There are a lot of issues which have been arising on the site when we are going to execute a project. Clashes are there, lack of coordination is there. However, if you talk about the BIM process, so we have a common data environment in a BIM process. We have limited, or we have a limited number of access to the client database or the BIM database. Okay, we we basically collaborate in an organized manner. Okay, there is no kind of chaotic situation. When there are changes, we all are aware about the changes. It's not like we were not aware, we didn't attend that meeting. Since we are collaborating on a cloud based platform, that means we all are at the same platform. Okay, if there is a small change, a kind of micro level change, since we are collaborating on a cloud platform, that means we are in the real time situation, irrespective of our location or time. We can collaborate any part of the world. Okay, and we can have the latest changes what is going on our project. So that means collaboration is enhanced when we used BIM. Okay, better design and integration, of course, right? We have different models: architectural model, structural model, services model, okay, site civil model. So we can federate that model. Basically, we can integrate that model with the help of different tools. One of the tools is like Navisworks, you might have heard. Okay, we can federate all our models, and we can identify the clashes, right? We can do 4D simulation, we can do 5D simulation, we can do 6D simulation, and facilities management as well. So that means better design and integration is there. Okay, clash rectification. We can easily identify the clashes and can rectify all those clashes. Okay, we can have different disciplines, structural versus electrical clashes, or maybe mechanical clashes, architectural clashes. Now, this picture is going to make sense for you all those are working at the site. Okay, I would like to see yes in the chat box if you have encountered this kind of situation at the site. How many of you have encountered this kind of situation or have came across this kind of situation when the mason is, compromising with the stability of the structure, okay, just for the sake of passing their pipes or conduits or maybe, ducts. How many of you have seen this kind of situation? Can we have some answers in the chat box, like you people have encountered this kind of situation at the site? If you people are from, site engineering background or site engineers, do we have any site engineers? Those are working as site engineers in the audience. I think we do not have anyone, right? But have you people ever seen this kind of situation when the construction is going on, maybe at the small level when the masons are working? No. Okay. So I would request you, if there is a construction nearby, just go and watch the scenario. You would definitely gonna find this kind of situation. Okay, this is pretty common, but this is not desirable at all. As an engineer, as a structural engineer, we are not going to recommend this kind of situations. So these kind of situations can be avoided by using our BIM process or BIM tools. Okay, better visualization. Yeah, this is another important aspect of our what I would say BIM. By the way, this is a picture of my one of the real projects which I worked upon. Okay, so this is a small dam which has been constructed in Jodhpur district of Rajasthan. So when I was working on that project, I utilized this BIM process and prepared some of the storyboards or walkthrough animations or 3D images for the ongoing project. Okay, so yes, better visualization is there, of course. Time and cost, time and cost simulation, 4D and 5D aspects. This is again a kind of thing which people do not understand easily. So it's nothing, 4D is nothing kind of, it doesn't have anything to do with the literal meaning of dimension. 1D is one dimensional, 2D is, it's kind of X and Y. When we talk about 3D, that means another dimension that could be your Z. Okay. However, when you talk about 4D and 5D, this has nothing to do with the dimensions, literal meaning of dimensions, but it is something when you integrate your cost, the time parameter, right? Time parameter with the 3D model, that becomes your 4D. When you integrate time parameter with your 3D model, that becomes 4D. And when you basically integrate your cost parameter, that becomes your 5D. So 3D integrating with time parameter would become 4D. And at the same time, if we are also integrating cost parameter, that would become our 5D. All right. That is, this is 4D and 5D, and we have 60 and 70 as well in BIM. So what is 60 basically? 60 is nothing, but it talks about sustainability analysis. Okay. Everybody nowadays is talking about sustainability analysis. What do you mean by sustainability? That means our building should be green, they should be sustainable. Okay. They are not they should not consume a lot of energy. They should work on the optimum utilization of energy and all, right? This is all about sustainability. we should have optimized use of resources, like what type of material we can use so that it can reduce our carbon footprints and all. So BIM advocates sustainability analysis as well. So we have you know this Forma Pro, okay, i360, Revit, Dynamo. These tools can be utilized for the building performance analysis. We can optimize our building systems. We can reduce the HVAC loads. We can calculate our HVAC loads and all, right? That's why BIM is being utilized for our sustainability analysis. Okay, and we have healthy buildings with the use of this BIM technology or BIM process, right? Then we have facility management as well. Okay, so you can find 70 and 60. These terms are interchangeably utilized. Some people say 70 is sustainability and 60 is facility management, but these have the same meanings. I mean, it is right either way. Okay, you can have 70 at facility management, you can have 70 as sustainability as well. So I mean, it is just people, how people basically, taking or, utilizing these definitions. But it is okay when you say 60 or 70, so you can interchangeably use these definitions. You can also utilize BIM process or, BIM technology for your facility management as well. Okay, so these are the attributes of BIM basically, right? In conclusion, or in other words, we can say BIM is kind of icebergs, but what we see or what we are using as of now is just limited to the 3D visualization, coordination. We can have quantity takeoff and all. And what we see is like software, hardware, or training. That's it. However, that's being not limited to these many attributes, but we may have a lot of BIM deliverables and BIM requirements when we talk about 100% BIM kind of thing. So we can perform thermal analysis, we can do lightning analysis, structural analysis. Yeah, people are also, some of the structural engineers think that it's not a tool for us. We can't do anything, we can't analyze our buildings, but that's not the true, that's not the case actually. We can have structural analysis with the help of BIM tools. Like we have structural robot, okay, which is being developed by Autodesk, and we can perform our analysis, structural analysis in that particular tool, just like StatPro. Okay, but that's another thing, that that particular tool is not being utilized commonly or majorly in the market. But yeah, we can perform structural analysis. Then field beam, laser scanning. BIM scan is another important aspect of our BIM, right? So it's a kind of iceberg. What we see is just 1/3. Okay, we have we have 2/3 under the water, right? So we need to understand it very carefully, and we need to deep dive into that as well. Okay, can I have some yes in the chat box, that you people are with me, you are getting what I'm saying? Quickly, if you can reply in the chat box that yes, you people are with me, and it makes sense when I say something, when I am explaining something. Okay, obviously, uh, I mean, with this short of time, uh, I can't explain much beyond that, because we do respect the time limitation as well. Okay, we have a limited time, but yes, what I have committed in the beginning, I will try my level best. Okay, all are saying, like many of you are saying yes, yes, yes. That means we can proceed further, right? Now, this slide is going to give you a clear understanding what exactly BIM is, and how it is, different with the different from traditional CAD. Traditional CAD means we have this AutoCAD and all. Not only AutoCAD, computer aided design. Anything which is which we do in our traditional engineering practices, and that is yes, of course, 3D is also a part of CAD. Okay, but BIM and CAD, how they are different, and they are different altogether, by the way. Okay, CAD is not just limited to the 2D drawings. Okay, we have 3D drawings or 3D work in CAD as well, and we have been doing that as well. Maybe you people might have seen architects have been preparing 3D rendering views of your buildings, or they are also preparing walkthroughs and all. But again, BIM is much ahead of that. It's like I'm saying, okay, this is a kind of situation we should move to uh, maybe Mercedes or Audi, and you people are just emphasizing that no, sir, no, we are good with our Maruti and all. Okay, it's kind of that situation. People resistance to change. They do not want to shift to another technology because they feel comfortable in that. They feel comfortable, more comfortable in using CAD and all. Okay, so traditional technology is limited to what? 2D drawing and 3D drawing, right? So we do prepare some 3D drawings in traditional technology. However, okay, on the contrary, if we talk about BIM, it goes several steps further to incorporate. Okay, what which I have just explained, 4D. If we integrate time with 3D model, it will become 4 dimension. That is 4D. If we are also integrating cost dimension, it would become what? 5D. Okay, 6D sustainability dimension. Okay, and 7D is maintenance, operation and maintenance. That is also known as facility management, FM. Okay, not very common in our country, or maybe uh, we are not aware of that term, but it is quite common, pretty common when it comes to European countries or Western countries, Middle East as well, all those developed countries. 8D, people are saying like, I mean, BIM also support or advocates 8D, but to be honest, it's a hard nut to crack as of now. Okay, in fact, if we are going up to 7D or 60, it is also good thing for us. But if you think, and if you see in Indian context, so we are still into the level of 3D. People are under the illusion that BIM is just 3D, better visualization and all. And uh, I mean, if we are working, that is up to the maximum level of 4D or 5D. If we are using BIM in India, that is the limit. However, if you talk about the Western countries, yes, they are also working as like sustainability dimension, and they are utilizing it for 7D. That is operation and maintenance stage as well. Okay, I'm not sure very much about safety dimension and all, whether it is under preparation or it is under the, you know, the work in progress kind of thing. Okay, but generally you would find 7 dimensions when somebody is talking about BIM. Okay, but maybe in future we will see some more dimensions of maybe 8D or 9D, but that's a hard nut to crack, to be honest. Right. With this, now if say we have understood, okay, BIM is that, BIM is all, I mean, we have gone through the definition, we have gone through the dimensions of BIMs are. Now why the BIM is the need of the hour? The question arises, why it is the need of the hour, right? So okay, I would say, you know, the tipping point has arrived. Industry-wide BIM adoption is accelerating digital transformation. What do I mean by that? If you pay attention to this particular graph, you see this is the BIM adoption curve. Okay, BIM adoption curve, right? Is that visible? Can I have yes in the chat box? I can request everyone, if you found the session insightful, please share us session on LinkedIn and share it off 5. Okay. Uh, can you see my this hyperlink image which I am sharing currently? Vinay, if you can Confirm?
No, sir.
No, okay. This is because I'm just sharing one window, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Just 1 second. Now, can you see the picture?
Yeah, now
BIM adoption curve. Is it visible, Vinay?
curve is not visible, sir. The bar diagram is visible.
The bar diagram, na?
Huh.
Yeah, bar diagram. So BIM adoption curve. Why the BIM is the need of the hour? So if you pay attention to this, when we see in 2008, so industry wide, I'm talking about architecture, MAP, civil engineering, construction. If you see the bar diagram, you see in 2008 only around 5 to 10%, or 10-15% people or the professionals were using BIM. However, if you compare the recent situation, which was not exactly recent, but it was taken in 2018, so around 40% on an average people have been utilizing this BIM process. Okay, that means industry is accelerating. They are moving towards digital transformation. Worldwide adoption is skyrocketing. What do I mean by that? That means if you see worldwide the graph, the leading countries with BIM adoption, okay, the leading countries are which have been marked in the pink. Okay, so the UK, USA, France, Nordic countries, Scandinavian countries, Sweden, Norway, and all. Singapore is there. And then we have some of the other countries which are advocating BIM as well. China, all the leading countries, I mean, if you say. Okay, so that's why BIM is the need of the hour. Worldwide adoption is skyrocketing. Construction firms report significant benefits. That means there is a survey. Okay, it has been taken from Doge Data Analytics. So construction firms have been reporting that they are getting good businesses when they are utilizing BIM process in their projects. Project quality have been improved. They are reducing cost, and uh, they are increasing efficiency while making their schedules and all. The risk reduction, there's less risk. They have reduced risk as well. So this is the report, survey data shown by Doge Data Analytics, right? That's why BIM is the need of the hour. BIM adoption worldwide. I have just gave you a glimpse of that in the previous slide. Leading countries with BIM adoption: USA, UK, Scandinavian countries, France, Singapore, and then other countries which are just behind them: Germany, UAE, Australia, China. Okay, these are the other countries. And in India, we have just started advocating or observing that yes, BIM can be useful to us. So we can come at the third place. Okay, when it comes to the now in terms of business aspects or the global BIM market, what exactly it says. So global BIM if you go to this Fortune businessinsights.com, you will find the global BIM market was you know approximated US dollars 5.2 billion. It was the industry at that moment in 2019. And then there was a slow growth because of the COVID and all. Okay, it grew at a very less rate. However, what they are projecting is it would become almost double what it was in 2020. So if we talk about in 2027, it can go up to $12 billion US dollars. Okay, with a compounded annual growth rate of 11.1%, which is huge actually. Okay, this is in terms of global scenario, we can say. And here we see the donut chart or the pie chart, right? On the left hand side, right hand side, architects and engineers are the one who are using this technology or process in the majority, and then facility and construction managers, and then builders and contractors. Okay, right? What is the scenario in in Indian context? So BIM adoption in India is, Niti Aayog, which I have told you in the beginning itself, which is the apex body, and they have been collaborating with the UK, government of UK. All right, government of UK is helping India or aiding. They are facilitating the BIM implementation in India. So they are working actively to implement or to have mandates in India. And then this is some of the cutting from the newspapers that Niti Aayog is planning to implement in upcoming projects so that they can reduce cost overruns, time overruns, and all. This is in context of India. Okay. Not only this, if we see the Indian market, so we have, India is emerging as a key player. We have lot many projects, whether it's Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Metro Rail project, infrastructure. We can see a lot of development happening all around us, highways and all, bridges, smart cities are coming up and all. So we can say we have a bright future. I mean, the BIM professionals can have a bright future. Okay. As of now, only 20% of construction firms in India have adopted BIM to some extent, not fully, while the global average is closer to 60%. If you see globally, uh, I mean, these construction firms have adopted 60%. Okay. BIM Academy, which is kind of, a blogging site and all, they estimated that as per the economic survey, by 2040, India will require a high investment of around $4.5 trillion for developing infrastructure and thereby reach its expected economic growth, where BIM can play a vital role. And definitely it is going to play a vital role there. Okay. Last but not the least, BIM adoption in India is expected to grow at a rate of 15 to 20% between 2024 to 2030 because of the huge number of projects which are coming up. If we talk about Viksit Bharat, yes, it can contribute to Viksit Bharat as well. It is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Okay, so if you talk about the pillars of transformation, VI, Viksit, and inclusive, knowledge based. As for sustainable, BIM advocates sustainability. We have already seen that. Infrastructure, yes, we are the professionals which are working in the infrastructure domain as well. Technologically advanced. Of course, we are working on the cutting edge technologies which, when we are utilizing BIM tools. Okay, that means we are directly or indirectly also supporting our Viksit Bharat as well. We are the contributors of Viksit Bharat as well. Okay. Now, some more insights from Indian context. So this is the paper cutting or the data which has been taken from Ziggurat Institute of BIM Management. So this is like Indian market, Indian real estate or the construction market is the third largest in the world after China and Japan. And BIM can be a multi-billion dollar business in India. Business means, I mean, we may have a lot of opportunities for job. We have a lot of business, like we will be working on the BIM technology. Okay. So we have a great future if we are working in BIM domain. Okay. As of now, some people are considering that India could become a global hub for BIM because nowadays you could find a lot of consultancies are there which are outsourcing the work. I mean, they are providing services to the Middle East countries or European countries because we have cheap labor over here in India as compared to the other Western countries or Middle East countries or maybe Singapore or Australian these countries. So because of that, and we, by the way, we have good talent as well. Okay. And it's like when we start learning something, so we Indians are really hardworking as well. So India is going to become a hub for BIM as well. This is the anticipation in the near future. We may see that government push and public sector growth. Our government has been coming up with a lot of projects and also definitely government is also pushing that. If you see, because I've been working with the government firms quite close to a decade now, so yes, I know the insights from them, they are emphasizing very much on the adoption of this BIM technology and all, right? Why we should learn BIM? Now the question comes is why we should learn BIM. Okay, this is because 60% of the architects as of now, they are utilizing BIM. Civil engineers, 46%, they say that they are using BIM maybe uh, on maybe 50% or more than the 50% of their projects, and it will grow 72% by the end of 2024. Okay, 51% of MAP and structural engineers. Okay, it will grow by 80%. This data is old by the way, है so that's why it is showing by the end of 2024. We are in 25, so it has been already increased. I haven't received any new updates from those data, that's why it's not been updated. 41% of contractors. Okay, that's why we should learn BIM, because if we are not learning BIM, that means we are going to become obsolete. That's not only the case. Demand, if you see the demand for the BIM adoption curve, so we have already seen that in the previous slide. If you compare the 2008 scenario, let's talk about the civil engineers only. So you see, okay, 5%, close to 5% were using BIM in 2008. However, if you talk about the current scenario, it is more than 40%, which is, by the way, highest among all the four disciplines. Okay, for that reason, we should learn. We must learn BIM. Okay, now this is very interesting slide, because at times we are under the illusion that why did we do civil engineering? I just wanted to become an IT engineer. Accidentally, I am a civil engineer. There are earning, no good earning options and all. If you come across these type of situations, so I would say do not lose the hope, because we still have the opportunities and options. As a civil engineer, we can work just like in IT engineers. We can enter into the software development. How? Let me tell you how we can go. You ever wanted to be in IT? Okay, you can still become an automation engineer, API developer, BIM analyst, BIM app developer, Revit API developer, and all. Because BIM is just like it is kind of an IT job. You are no more will no more be working just like a traditional civil engineer, going to the site and all, doing and all stuff. You would be a tech savvy kind of person. You would be working as good as an IT engineer. And if you have a neck, if you have that kind of skill, by the way, like some coding here and there, so you can utilize Dynamo for visual programming and all. You can prep your own scripts and as well. You have lot many companies just like Autodesk, Bentley, Trimble. These are some of the top companies wherein you can make your career. You can transition your career in that way. Okay, and you would be as good as an IT engineer. Okay, you wanted to work abroad, go abroad. And when I say abroad, that means I'm not only talking about Middle East countries, because in Middle East countries, people can easily get visa and then they go there. Easy in the sense, when you compare it to compare it with the European countries, maybe Singapore, the eastern countries, Australia and USA. This is really difficult to get visas over there. Okay, as a civil engineer, I'm saying again. But if you ever think that ever wanted to work abroad and you wanted to work on global projects with global clients, so BIM can give you that, that chance or that opportunity. You can work with the European countries. You can go there. There is a high demand of BIM professionals over there in the UK, Germany, and all. Okay, in North America itself, Singapore, they are working very, very high on BIM projects as of now. And yes, if you ever fascinated that I always want to have a work from home, just like say, IT professionals. Okay, you wanted to work remotely. You don't want to go to the office. So yeah, BIM can give you that opportunity as well. How? Because you can You can become a freelancer as well. Okay, you can become a BIM consultant, which mainly requires your, this collaboration and all. You would be working with the computer. You are no longer going to your office and all. Okay, you can become a coordinator. You can become a BIM specialist. You can have 3D specialist and all. You can become an animator. You can prepare storyboards and your visualization, your walkthroughs and all by utilizing your cutting edge tools and all. So that's why I can't emphasize more on that you should start learning your BIM journey if you are fed up with your traditional kind of civil engineering and all. Okay, what are the type of companies which we should focus upon, or we should aspire for, and what are the type of companies, and the names of some of them are here. We have three types of companies. As per my understanding, there are three types of organizations which we can expect in BIM domain. So one is niche firms. Niche firms are those are you know basically knowing nitty gritties, each and everything about your BIM. They are they are working either in modeling or any specialization kind of thing, maybe MAP or structure or architectural, but they are specifically into the BIM domain. That's known as niche firms. Okay, so we have ecoms. Nailsoft is one of the top companies which we have in India. If you want to, you know, start your career as a BIM modeler, as a BIM engineer, we construct technostruct, stalwart, beam studio, Indovans and all. And then we have specialized beam firms. That means these are kind of firms which do BIM as well and other stuff as well. Okay, so their main business is not just only BIM, but yes, they work into 4D as well, maybe all aspects of BIM. However, if you talk about the niche firms, they may be mainly working in one or two domain of a BIM, like modeling, maybe 3D or 4D or maybe 5D. But the specialized firms, work for as a whole BIM, right? And then finally, we have is MNCs, the big firms. Okay, the Atkins, Jacobs. These are the MNC multinational companies which also offer BIM professional vacancies or BIM roles for the BIM professionals. Okay, WSP. These are the top-notch companies. In fact, we have TC, Tata Consulting Engineers, L&T, and all. Okay, Shapurji, they are also coming up with these vacancies. And needless to mention that since I'm working in Deloitte, okay, if you people do not know, Deloitte is is the world's leading company when it comes to the accounting. Okay, but yeah, I'm working as a civil engineer over there. So people are not aware generally about this. Okay, they also have civil engineering roles. They work as a, they have infrastructure projects. They have civil engineering projects. They have audit projects. And as like I'm working as a BIM implementation engineer over there. PwC, I have came across that PwC also having BIM vacancies as of now. So Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, and E&Y. These are the world's top biggest companies, and they are known as Big Fours. Okay. So in each and every domain, what do I mean by that? I mean, in each and every field, you are going to find the BIM kind of professionals and BIM vacancies in upcoming days. Okay, not only your civil engineering field, but you will find with the government as well, with big firms as well. That is what I want to convey here. All right. With this, let us go through about the job opportunities. So there's a survey which showed that in India alone, we would be having 40,000 plus job vacancies in the upcoming years. Okay, in if you talk about just the Indian context. Okay, and if you talk about altogether Middle East plus Europe plus your African countries, so we would be having nearly 3 lakh plus jobs opportunities in the upcoming years, considering all these 2030 vision of Saudi Arabia, a lot of development happening there in UAE, Oman, and all. Okay, and yes, of course, European countries we do not have a new construction, but many of their buildings or assets have been old, and they are going to renovate them. They are going to demolish them. Maybe they are working towards having BIM scan for them, and then they are going to refurbish them. Okay, and if you talk about North America's, we may have 1 lakh plus of vacancies. North America means you can understand like Canada and USA. You will find a lot of opportunities for BIM professionals and VDC professionals. VDC is nothing but virtual design construction. That is an equivalent term to the BIM engineering. Okay, so in the USA, it is known as VDC engineer. Okay, they rather prefer VDC term over BIM, but yes, they have a lot many vacancies over there. And not only this, if you talk about 59% of the AEC firms have openings available for BIM roles. Okay, if you go right here, right now, if you go to the LinkedIn and you would find the BIM openings for the BIM professionals, you would find, many vacancies which are out there. Okay, and 97% of the AEC industry will start using by, yes, 97%. And this data has been taken from those data analytics again. Okay, you can Google it, you can check it. Maybe this has been changed as of now. Okay, but yes, I'm saying it may require some updation, but yes, that was taken from Doge data. So 97% of the AEC industry will be start using BIM by the end of 2025. That means if we are not learning BIM as of now, so we are gonna, I mean, we will feel like as we have been obsolete from the market. Okay, so it is the very right time. We should look for the uh, BIM. We should check whether we can start our career as a BIM engineer or not. Okay. Now let us have a look at the career path. How does it looks like? Okay, in comparison to traditional career path. All right. So yes, let's see. Let's say we have this kind of hierarchy or maybe the progression in our career. Okay. So yes, there are two types of career progressions which have been mentioned over here. What are those? One is a non-BIM professional, which has been marked as red. Okay, so the below one you can see it is a non-BIM professional. Okay, a traditional civil engineer or mechanical engineer or any AEC professional, and the other one is your BIM professional, right? Okay, so after completion of your course, if let's say you have started your journey today, and what you can expect after 1 year of completion of your course, you can expect like BIM engineer or a BIM modeler. You will be starting your career as a BIM engineer or a BIM modeler. Okay, if you are in the starting phase of your career, I'm not saying this is not applicable to the senior professionals. Okay, those are already at a senior position maybe, or those are already at a coordinator position or project management professional kind of thing. This is for the freshers. Those are having only, those are about to graduate, or those are having 1 2 years or 3 years of experience. Okay, after 2 years or maybe 3 years down the line, you can expect senior engineering BIM roles or senior engineer or senior BIM modelers. Okay, modelers I'm using for if somebody is not having any degree or they are just having ITI or any kind of diploma. Okay, for those I'm using modelers. However, it is also pretty much possible that you are going to become a modeler when you are just starting your career from the scratch, just about after the graduation of your after your graduation. Okay, you are required to work as a modeler. Uh, Still, if you have a degree, you can work as a modeler as well. Okay, and then you become BIM engineer. It depends. I mean, there are a lot of subjection to this. It depends on your organization, your skills as well, your talent, or how you are going to crack the interviews and all. There are many factors. Okay, this is just kind of average thing which I'm showing general in a general aspect. After 4 years of your BIM course or BIM journey, you can become a BIM coordinator maybe, okay, down the line. And then after 6 or 8 years of your BIM journey, you can expect yourself as BIM lead, and in some scenarios, BIM manager, if you are really good at your work, okay. And 10 to 12 years, you could become an HOD in that domain. Okay, if you compare this and if you see the graph, we have the pay and perks on the y-axis, okay, and on the x-axis we have time. That means if you compare the non-BIM professional with the BIM professional, the pay and perks are high, okay, whereas the time is less, okay. Time is a little less when you compare with the traditional AEC professional, okay. So here in this domain you will find a bit more money and a lesser time frame would be there to become HOD, or maybe HOP, head of project, project manager, BIM manager, head of department of BIM, or maybe director, technical director kind of thing, right? These are the tentative salaries which you can find out on the internet, the average salaries for the BIM professionals, okay, as per the progression in career. I hope I am making sense, you guys. Please, can I see some more yes in the chat box that you people are with me still? I will take another maybe 10-15 minutes, and then we are going to wrap up the session. Vinay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is it going good
Yeah, it's
as of
going good,
now?
sir. Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. All right. So I can see Satish is saying yes. All right. Now, the very important thing. Okay. Yes. So what is that? From where to pursue? If somebody is willing to appear for a course or would like to take a course and BIM domain, so how to pursue, from where to pursue? So I would say it's like paisa hi paisa kind of thing. If you people have a lot of money, okay, if you are willing to spend around 10-12 lakhs, okay, you can have an online degree from the European countries or from the Western countries, okay. There are many. One is in Spain, which is pretty famous for BIM professionals. Italy is there, Polytech di Milano. Okay, Ireland, maybe you will find a lot of good universities. You can enroll for any online program. You need to go there, okay, offline, because BIM is all about online. I mean, it's not you are going to work physically. Okay, that's how the online course makes sense more in the BIM context. Okay, never ever be in a situation or in an illusion, okay, this institute doesn't have any physical assets and all, so why should I enroll? It's not like a college, because eventually you are going to work with the computer and all, okay. So they are making you aware when you are pursuing a course online. That means you are going to work in those situations in a real world as well, on real projects, right? So if you have a lot of money, paisa hi paisa, you go abroad, and you have many, you can Google it, you can find a lot of good institutes. If you can spend around 10-12 lakhs, maybe. But if you have little less money, okay, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है, if you have less money and you are in India, so you can have other options as well. What are those options? You can join Technostruct, you can join Novator, okay, you can join BIM Labs. Yes, again, but they are also charging a good amount of money. And I must say that when you are a graduate, about to graduate, you have already spent around 8-10 lakhs in the graduation and all, and again you are not in a situation to spend that much amount of money. Okay, so what is the other option? Okay, so you can have other option as well. If you have a little very less money and you just want to upgrade yourself with a little amount of money, that is maybe 40K or 50K, yes, you have another option, Bimwala. Okay, I'm gonna discuss about Bimwala in detail just after the completion of this PPT. once we are done with this PPT, then we will be discussing about that. Okay. And I'll be having a small quiz, by the way, at the end. So what are the key takeaways? What are the key takeaways? The very first is BIM is not Rabbit. Okay. Never ever say like Rabbit is BIM. Okay. That shows like you do not have any, I mean, the basic understanding of BIM, right? So never ever say the BIM is Rabbit. Okay.
Your mic is on mute. Hello. Hello, sir. Your mic is on mute.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So what I was explaining is never ever say in front of anyone that BIM is Revit. I mean, Revit is BIM. It's Revit is not BIM. Okay. I mean, it should be very much clear to you all that Revit is not BIM. Revit is just a tool, right? This is the very first learning from this PPT, right? Make sure that. And the next thing is BIM is the future of AEC, right? Just 1 second now. I wanted to have some water. Yeah. So BIM is the future of AEC. At least I believe that. Okay. And that was the thing which I kept my mind a couple of years uh, back. If you go like 2021 or 2009, 2019 was the very first time when I came across about this wonderful process BIM. And the actual dilemma started in 2021 when we had a small training about that. And then I thought, I made my mind that this is the way I should go. I should transition my career in that. Okay. And down the line, I'm in Deloitte, you can say. So this is how, I mean, I can give you my example, the live example in front of you. I worked close to 10 years, 9 years in the domain, the traditional domain, and then I started learning gradually. And then within a period of 3 to 4 years, I'm in the Deloitte. This is because of the BIM only. Okay. Why I'm saying this? Because I had the traditional kind of experience, and then I blended them with the technology, which is the need of the hour. Okay. We have to have change with the technological era. We are not, we should not be adamant that we are not going to adopt this. Okay. We should learn this. Then the last but not the least is start your BIM career before you become absolutely obsolete from the market. Okay. It should not be like that. He or she doesn't know the Revit, he or she doesn't know the collaboration tools and all. So we should be tech savvy. Actually, I mean, Vinay, can I use some Hindi words? वो थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा, I mean, I do not know whether you are learners from South India or if they understand
Yes,
from India.
yes, sir. Most of the students can understand little bit of
Okay,
English.
so why I'm saying is this, Hindi में थोड़ा सा. So the thing is that के I just forgot what I wanted to say. स्केप हो गया. तो व्हाट आई थिंक इज के हमें नहीं सीखना है, हमें नहीं करना है. That is another thing. But if you want to stay updated in this field and you want to have a good hike in your salary as well as in your promotions, and also I think BIM can give you unexpected growth, unexpected kind of your career progression. That is, I can at least ensure that thing. Okay. And these big firms are coming up with this, what I would say, openings and all. You never, I mean, Vinay was discussing with me, sir. You should also uh, disclose. I mean, you should also discuss what type of role you are playing in Deloitte, because people generally do not know that whether Deloitte is also having civil engineering vacancies or not. Isn't it, Vinay?
Yes, sir.
हाँ. So मैं
Actually,
just यही बताना चाहता. Yeah. Yes.
actually,
Go
actually,
ahead. Go ahead.
actually, sir, most of the people are confused when I posted. So Parvez Khan sir is coming with 12 years of experience. Most of the people don't know that is he into IT or is he into BIM? Many of the people are
Yeah.
confused. So that's the thing I told you to disclose it so that people will
Correct.
know. Actually, many of the IT firms are also want to enter into this BIM field, sir. Actually,
IT people.
no, sir. IT consultancy firms are there, no, sir.
Yeah. IT
Yeah,
consultancies are
these
there.
people
I
are
can say.
entering into the BIM
Exactly.
business.
I will. Yeah, they are procuring more businesses. I think this is the right time where I should, uh, disclose my responsibilities and what other companies are also
Mm.
doing. So Accenture, you might have heard Accenture, HCL Technologies. These are the niche IT firms. Okay, these companies are also into the BIM domain, or you can say the BIM field. Okay, Wipro, you might have heard Wipro. Okay, so they are also into this. These IT firms, these are the big giants firms in IT field, and they are doing the BIM businesses nowadays. Now, uh, I knew that. I mean, one of my friends in 2018, he worked in Deloitte. I mean, he was quite ahead of me. He did his post graduation, and then he worked here and there, and then finally he got a breakthrough with the Deloitte. From that time, I was aware that yes, Deloitte does have the civil engineering openings. Generally, when we are freshers, when we are 4 or 5 years of experience, we do not know what sort of possibilities, what sort of opportunities do we have in the market. But I was aware. Then now let me tell you, Deloitte, PwC, these big firms are also having civil engineering openings. Okay, the only difference is we need to deep dive into their career sites, because they are directly not posting just like civil engineering vacancy or BIM engineering vacancy. No, there are certain keywords. They have certain codes or the designations for which role they are offering. Generally they say senior consultant, because if you see my designation, that is a deputy manager, but I am equivalent to senior consultant. So I was hired as a senior consultant. Okay, they say analyst, they say consultant, they say manager. They won't say civil engineering manager, they say manager. And then they will define infrastructure advisory, or maybe PMC implementation, BIM implementation kind of thing. So yes, make your understanding clear, and improve, or extend your horizon. Okay, be smart, be tech savvy, be just like 21st of Gen Z kind of professional, and you will be having a lot of opportunities. I mean, we have lot many giants or big companies, those are having civil engineering roles as well, but we, because of the lack of information, because of the lack of connections or networking, we are not aware of that, right? So in Deloitte, what I'm exactly doing is the very basically, we have a client. Okay, that client is a kind of sarkari client. Okay, government client, and they would like to implement BIM in their organization. And BIM, I mean, as an Deloittean, I'm working for them. I mean, we have a government client, and Deloitte is the consultant for them. Okay, so I'm working for the client. We are implementing BIM technology or BIM process in their organization, which includes the training, which is the most important aspect. I mean, I'm providing training to their staff. Okay, I'm equipping them with the tools, whether it is Revit, whether it is Navisworks or InfraWorks, and the theoretical aspects of BIM and all. Then we are also working on a live project. Okay, we are using our Revit for modeling and all. So that is basically the kind of digital transformation, or you can say the adoption of cutting edge technology. Okay, we are helping our client to undergo digital transformation. That is what exactly I'm doing. So that training is one of the most important aspect, because training is the thing. Because until or unless their staff is not going to learn, they are not going to adopt the cutting edge technology. Okay, and then also at the same time, we are also working on a live project. Okay, we are helping them to work on the 3D visualization, to work to use Revit for their BOQ preparation, for their bill of material preparation. Okay, quantity preparation, material takeoff and all, with the use of BIM, right? Now Why I am emphasizing on this third part, start your BIM career before you become obsolete. That is because, you see, an intelligent person and intellectual has said the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who can't learn, unlearn, and relearn. So this is an era of learn, unlearn, and relearn. Okay, if we know something, it's not enough. We have to unlearn that maybe, or we have to relearn the things, or maybe we have to upgrade ourselves. We have to upskill ourselves. Okay, that is a kind of competition we are gonna face. You see the difference between the two images. The traditional one is using these blueprints and drawings and all. And if you see the BIM enabled companies, they are distributing tablets, and they have been using tablets. They have been providing tablets to their site engineers and all. And by doing so, they are saving a lot of time. By the way, if you find something is clashing, some issue is there at the site, you just take a photograph of that issue. You just log that photograph and collaborate on the cloud platform. Okay, the instant notification will be sent all to the all stakeholders, and you will get the reply within as early as possible. On the other hand, if you compare this with the traditional method, you would find some PDFs, then you would mark some cloud marking and all. It will go to the client, then it will go to the architect, then a structural consultant. Finally, some revisions were there, and it will take hell of time, maybe 10 days, 20 days, or 15 days, maybe 1 week, right? So that's why I'm emphasizing, and I can't emphasize more on that, right? So uh, I would like to, give you a brief introduction about my startup. Okay, this is basically Bimbala. Why I started that? Because I felt, as I mentioned, I felt that it is going to be the future of AEC industry. That was one of the reasons. Secondly, I was in the government sector, and I left that sector as well because I wanted to start something of myself. That was the second reason. The third most pressing reason was the financial things. Okay, I myself have noticed that even if I was working at a good package in the government company, but still uh, I wasn't able to pay that much of fees. Okay, for this BIM course and all. So I realized that there are people in our country, those are majorly from lower middle class families, or middle class families. And when they are in the beginning of their career, they do not have that much amount of money, and they are the most deserving persons, because when you start your career, you are having the societal pressure, the family pressure as well. You are about to graduate, and when you do not have any option or the any job in hand, you have a lot of pressure from the society as well as your peer groups, your family members. Okay, then I thought, yeah, it should be like, I myself invested around 1.18 lakhs rupees of doing that PG certification. But even that, I mean, I was earning a good amount of money. Even that, I thought, yeah, it is a bit difficult to invest that amount of money. Okay, जब आपने खुद पहले से ही एक बीटेक करके 8-10 लाख रुपए वहां पर इन्वेस्ट कर दिया, एंड अगेन इफ यू आर नॉट गेटिंग जॉब, सो आई कैन इमेजिन दैट सिचुएशन, राइट? मैंने सोचा कि यस, मुझे अपना कुछ करना है, राइट? That is one thing. Second is it is the future of the industry as well. Third, the financial aspects. मैंने सोचा कि कुछ ऐसा customized बनाते हैं wherein I can just focus upon the lower middle class or middle class family students. Okay, wherein I can provide the real industry skills. Okay, leveraging my traditional experience with the PIM domain and all, and I can help the students, the learners, those are really serious to learn something. Okay, so that's how I coined this term Bimwala, and then started this back in 2023, right? So this is a kind of you can say what I would say, the learning online learning platform. Okay, you will find some The link has been given in the bottom. Okay. Or you will find some free courses, I mean free material as well, if you would like to you know something about BIM, the basic terminologies or the ISO. I can I can see you are able to see the website, right? Vinay, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello, can
Yes, it's
anybody
visible,
confirm
sir.
that? Okay, visible. So okay, so this
Yes,
is the
yes.
BIMwala platform.
Yes.
You will find courses. I have curated two kind of courses: BIM for modelers and BIM for engineers. Engineers, modelers. Okay, there's a difference between the two. The difference in uh, the course duration as well, the selection of the candidates as well, because modelers are predominantly working for the modeling aspects, and engineers are those who will be going ahead in their career as a BIM manager, BIM coordinator, and all. Resources, you will find some of the resources. Okay, these are the free resources you can always go through if you would like to go. Okay, BIM introduction, understanding the documents, ISO, PAS 1190, REBA plan of work, and all. Okay, and if you would like to go to the blogging as well, there are some blogs as well. Okay, contact information. If you are interested to know what is the syllabus, you can always download the syllabus from here itself. Okay, so this is about my startup. And uh, and what I'm planning is, I mean, I have discussed with you know let me tell you the features of this. So unlike big players, those are already existing in the market, how this course is different? That should be the question you're gonna ask. Okay, so I'm telling you, this is a 4 months online certification course. I will give you a certification as well. I have a group of associates just like me. Those are working in the domain, and they have the real understanding of the workflows. Okay, we are just not the tutors, since we are working professionals. That's why we know how exactly the BIM we can utilize or we can leverage in our day-to-day life. So live lectures will be there. We have options for weekend classes, and yes, the weekdays classes. We will be having activities as well. It will be a activity based learning. At the end, we'll be doing a project. Okay, before the final evaluation. And if you are from building domain, we have two options as well. Okay, and infra, if you are working in roadways, highways, or hydropower or any other industry, you can choose that kind of project. And if you are into the buildings, then you can work for the building project as well. Okay, so this is about Bimbala, and I am having a small quiz, by the way. And that quiz is for if you people are interested, if you have a keen interest to learn BIM, what exactly BIM is, and you want to enroll for the course. So I'm running some scholarships. Okay, I have shared with the Vinay. Vinay is going to share that link, and that link is basically a Google form. There are 7 questions total, and I would give I will select 10 students only, because I do not teach more than 10 students in a batch. This is my way of tutorship, because I want to focus each and every student. So I just want to have 10 students. First 3 students I'll give 50% scholarship. Then rest of the students will be given 25%. So if you are willing for that, I mean, that is not a case you are willing or not. Basically, I would like to have a quiz. Basically, that will ensure me. I mean, that would give me a sense that you people were aware and you were active listening to me, because it is based on the PPT itself. Okay, so Vinay, you just share that link, and I'm having the link here. I can see who is submitting first, and then
Okay.
they can my team will reach out to them if they are interested, right?
Okay.
Post that, I'll be having a bonus trip, and then we are good to go for the I mean, for wrap up of the session. I mean, we can wrap up for the session.
Okay. I'm posting
Okay.
it in our group. So.
Yeah, I would request all the participants that please take that quiz. And if you are willing to enroll for the course, I'm running some scholarships because I'm here at the Winners platform. So yeah, I can commit that, and then we can have 10 students. Then, if they are interested, my team will reach out to you people, and then we can discuss further. We are going to start our batch in the month of Feb. Okay, it will be kind of 10 minutes, not more than that.
I hope everyone got the form.
It's a 10-minute activity. 10-minute activity, and by the way, I'm opening that. I can see, and I'm automatically noting down who is submitting first. So first 10 students will get this scholarship, the first 3 students, and then the remaining 7 will get the 25%. When you people are done, just reply in the chat, and I would take another 5-10 minutes to wrap up the session. So okay, fine. I'll share with you the rank of them. I mean the after the analysis, I'll share the results, but just after the meeting, I'll be sharing with the rank how they have submitted, right? Okay. Back to the script, right? This we have discussed about Bimwala, and I have already described the features, the USP of this program. My main focus is to help the deserving students. Okay. Uh, the whole sole purpose is to make money basically. So I am having the like-minded people in my team basically. Okay. So we are more focusing how to bridge the gap between the industry and the education. That is the requirement. That is the need of the hour. Since we are already working, so as of now we are not very much money minded. Rather, we will be helping the students, the genuine deserving students. Okay. And by the way, this is not a whole sole kind of selection process. We'll be asking some more details before enrollment, the kind of experience, okay, the suitability, whether he or she, the person should go for this payment all. Okay. The looking after all the scenario, then we will be further going ahead. Right. With this being said, let's have a bonus tip, which is basically the future of BIM. We talked about the future of AEC industry, that is BIM, but what is going to be the future of BIM? If somebody was willing to make a career in BIM, so what are the sort of things he or she should focus upon? So 3D printing, which you people might have already aware, augmented reality, virtual reality, these are the terminologies you have came across. Use of cloud software, internet of things, drone usage. Okay, these are the quite new technologies or terminologies which you will be hearing a lot in the future in regard of BIM, right? In fact, recently I have published a paper in my organization how we can integrate BIM with the emerging technologies, wherein I discussed about IoT, AI, okay, ML, and one more thing was AR, VR. So these are the things basically we need to focus upon in the, and we can choose any of the field in out of these mentioned. There are many, but these 5 are more pressing, I thought. Right now, I would request you all, please take a moment, maybe 1 2 more minutes, and then please have a word of mouth and some, like subscribe, share kind of thing, which we generally do to expand, to have, uh, you know, for better reach FBR kind of thing. So you can, you know, use these links. You can take a moment and then go to the website and then have like, share, subscribe button. I do have YouTube channel as well, which I haven't mentioned, I think. So I do have, you know, I'm just, copying all these and mentioning in the chat box. That would be fine, I think. Isn't that, Vinay? Here's
Sure.
the rank, how they submitted the rank wise, and then I'll be sharing
Okay.
the results as well. But before that,
Mm.
before we leave, I would request all, I'm sharing the links so that they can go to the channel and then they can give me some, reachability. Right?
Mm.
Is that fine?
Yes.
Yeah. And yes, that's all from my side. If I'm not missing anything, we do have some Q&A session as well, Anna,
Yes.
if
If
anyone
anyone
is
are
willing.
there, you're not willing to ask, you can.
Yeah, you can ask if you would like to ask anything. I'm ready to answer your question. Please go to the channel. I do have a civil logs as well. Yeah, cv logs, wherein I discussed, I share information about BIM, and the civil engineering videos are there. Some related stuff is there, and BIM wala you can find on the YouTube. So if you have any questions, I'm open for the question, to take the questions. Those who all are present, you can type in, you can unmute yourself. When I can unmute yours, I mean you, and you can ask a question if you would like to ask, be it related to project management consultancy, or maybe hydropower, because I'm predominantly working in the hydropower industry. Okay, I did work in buildings domain as well, as a structural designer as well, but that was for a period of couple of years, not more than that. And yes, of course, BIM.
Yeah. Hi, Parvez sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are audible, Sandeep.
Yeah. So actually, I want to know in which stream Deloitte and Wipro or EY, these big companies are focusing on. Like what
Yeah,
type of
okay.
projects they are dealing with. Because
So
recently, like
you go ahead, you had to complete your question.
one of my friend has got a call from Deloitte. Like at that time, I was shocked. Like Deloitte is also there in the field. Like on that time, I have got to know about Deloitte is in civil engineering.
What about your experience and all? I mean,
Uh,
what do you do?
I'm working as a BIM modeler in WSP. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so like
How many years of experience do you have?
I have like total years of experience, 5 years. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in this, like 2 years in BIM.
BIM.
Yeah,
Okay. That means, and I hope you are having a degree, right, as a civil engineer.
yeah,
Okay. So WSP Noida or Bangalore?
in Bangalore.
Okay. So Sandeep, it's like, I mean, when I was discussing about the stuff, or you can have, that, understanding. You were really having the understanding of all those terminologies and all. So coming to your answer, I mean, the question, Deloitte and one other firm which
Wipro and
Wipro,
EY.
yeah. So you know content creation, okay? because you
Yeah.
are you are very well versed about the family creation and all.
Yeah.
Okay, so Wipro, one of the Wipro's vertical is into the lighting. They have a lighting division as well, lighting fixtures and all. Okay, now what they are doing is they have their own in-house team and they are developing their content. They are working on the content creation. That means, let's say 100 types of lighting fixtures are available in the market, but they are obviously every product maker or a developer is producing some more new projects. Okay, in the market they bring new products in the market, so they have their own team and they are working on the content creation. They are working, they are just developing families for their in-house lighting division and for the others as well. Similarly, I got to know that Accenture is also doing the same kind of. They have a big team for family creation and all content creation. That could be lighting, and that could be another thing. I mean, it is a you know big domain. You do understand that, right? Family creation. Sometimes you do not find families in the Autodesk, so we go to the BIM
Yeah.
object or we go to the Rabbit City and also. Yeah, they are doing that. Now coming to E&Y and Deloitte. So recently, I mean, I have also hired one of the person for my team. So as of now, we are a limited team, but yes, definitely in the future we can expect more projects in the BIM domain. So majorly we are working on BIM implementation, as I mentioned in the during the presentation as well. The main important aspect is to provide training to their staff, our client staff, and then we are also working on a live project. Okay, so we are majorly into hydropower projects. There in hydropower we have complex structures. Okay, tunnels are there, dam is there, powerhouse is there. Okay, so a complex geometry, it is a combination of a complex geometry. So we are taking component by component, we are modeling, we are developing intelligent models and utilizing infraworks for the animation and all for the conceptualization purpose and providing training to their staff. Similarly, PwC, I have came across, if you go to the Google or LinkedIn, you will find that PwC is still having, they still having a vacancy for senior associate for the Gurgaon location as well as for the Bombay location. So they are seeking an senior associate. Maybe you could be a good fit for that. Okay, you can apply. You go there on the LinkedIn and find a PwC opening for BIM implementation. Right? If you are meeting the experience criteria, you can definitely, you should apply there. So
Sure. I'll check.
implementation again is, you have to work on a live project and you have to help your client as well. This is kind of role they are offering.
Yeah. Okay. That's clear. And thanks for your valuable insights.
Yeah, anytime, Sandeep. Thank you so much. Any more questions from the listeners, from the participants?
Sir, I have a question. Hello.
Yeah,
Sir,
Vinay,
most of the
you want to
people,
say something?
yeah, actually, sir, most of the sessions, actually, most of the companies I saw, they are not willing to adopt to this new technology. Why they are feeling difficulty in adopting this type of new technology?
Ha.
Actually, it is a cost saving, manpower saving, and efficiency is more with this technology. Even though some firms are not adopting this technology, why?
So there was a slide initially which I included in my presentation.
Mm,
It was about the challenges, but then I thought, maybe, I mean, whether it is going to make sense for the learners or not. But there was a slide. Okay,
mm,
so coming to your question, that is obviously because of the money aspect. Okay, in Indian consultants or clients, we are very much behind the money. Basically, we just want to save our money. We just want to work as we are working. We have been working since last couple of decades. We do not want to change. That is the prime reason for that, the cost involvement basically.
mm,
What we are considering is we are just looking at the, okay, it will require 10-20 lakhs of the investment at the beginning. but we are just ignoring or neglecting directly or indirectly that what would be the output in long term vision. I mean, from a broader perspective, we are neglecting that. Let's say you are utilizing Revit. I'm going to give you an example. Revit, I mean, if Sandeep is listening, he would correct me if I'm wrong. On Revit, you can prepare, once you are done with your modeling now, once you have prepared your model, in the next couple of hours, you can prepare your BOQ. Okay,
Yes.
bill of
Within
material, bill of
minutes.
quantities, quantity takeoff and all. But in my experience, I haven't seen that with the help of AutoCAD, we can do that. We are not able to do that, right? Even it would take maybe a couple of days. Okay, you will be measuring your quantities, L into B into H into area into this and that volume and all, and finally you would be preparing your Excel and all, spreadsheet and all. However, this you can do within maybe half a day. It would take not more than half a day, or that is more time. I'm telling you, if you are a pro level Revit proficient person, you can take couple of hours and you can prepare that POQ in front of your boss, right? So now you compare a traditional method versus BIM method. Okay, in long term, that much of saving you're gonna have in future, but what we are considering, that we are just looking at the 10-20 lakhs, which is the initial cost. Yeah, it would definitely burn a hole in your pocket in the beginning. Skill, your the training to the manpower is also, which also again require the some of the amount of investment, purchasing of the software and all. So main factor is that only. Second factor, we do not have skilled manpower. Third is interoperability issues. There are 4 or 5 methods which I'm not recalling here of now, but maybe I did a mistake to remove that slide. But cost is the prime factor in our country, we can say, right? We are just looking at the short term benefits. We are not working towards long term benefit which we will be having. And think about the clash detection project. Let's say you are working on 100 crore projects, you are a developer. Okay, let's say you are a DLF. By the way, they are doing this thing, they are adopting BIM, DLF, Oberoi reality, and what I would say, uh, uh, JLL, these developer kind of firms, no, they have started using BIM. So if you have a 100 crore project and you have multi-story towers, a township, wherein you will be finding hell number of clashes in a traditional method. Now you are implementing BIM over there. If you have reduced those number of clashes and you have reduced your uh, project timeline by maybe 1 month or 2 months, you are going to save a lot of money in that. Your deadline is maybe 31st December 2025, है ना? And in a traditional method we are tend to move beyond that. वो अगर 1 साल का प्रोजेक्ट है तो इट विल गो 1.5 साल 2 साल, ठीक है. बट लेट्स से आपका 1.5 साल ना होकर वो अगर 1 साल 1 महीने में हो गया और 1 साल में यू हैव कंप्लीटेड दैट, then it is a win-win situation for you in a big project. So 10-20 lakhs doesn't have a big value in comparison to 100 crores, 200 crores. So they people have understood that, and MEP is the place where the most advantages have been noticed for BIM. MEP में जो collection, detection and rectification है ना, वहाँ पर इसके advantages सबसे ज़्यादा we have noticed. That is why these developers, these big developers, have started using Cushman and Wakefield, Adani Reality, okay, DLF, these big names. And if you talk about big projects, Navi Mumbai International Airport, they are using, okay, Noida International in our Delhi NCR, they have been using SMEC, Tata Consultancy Engineering. ये big players all are using. छोटे companies में भी थोड़ा सा resistance है, but eventually they have to adopt this. This I'm sure.
And one more thing, sir. We are seeing less vacancies in BIM structural engineer role, sir, in India. Why is it delaying in structural engineering from side, like structural engineering and detailing companies?
less number of vacancies for BIM
Same.
structure engineers, you want to say?
Yes. But in other countries, if we see like Saudi or UAE, every place we have a BIM structural engineer role in every company, in every MNC. But in
Even
India, in
Uh-huh.
India, we don't see any BIM structural engineering vacancies or roles.
Iska, I think what could be the reason? Basically, yes, I couldn't agree more on that. I mean, if you right away go to the UAE and US, the Saudi Arabia, you will find BIM structure engineer, structure engineer BIM. I mean, this kind of vacancies. Whereas in our country, yes, uska ek reason what I think is, overall we are not that much into the BIM as of now. That could be one of the reasons.
If the whole
Majorly
process
in our country, we are majorly focusing on the architects. We are under the illusion, still we are under the illusion that this is just for the architects. Okay. This could be one of the reasons. And moreover, this coordinator, BIM coordinator, again, the cost aspects is another issue again. वो कहीं ना कहीं से फिर से डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व हो जाता है. BIM coordinator से we can ask each and everything. Okay, he will be doing the structure thing, he will be doing this thing, he will be coordinating with the others. For that reason also, it could be another thing. But I mean, future में or big MNCs में, if you talk about ना, like the one companies which I have showed you, Atkins and all, they are having specific role like structure engineer BIM. छोटे कंपनी में तो आपको करने को नहीं मिलेगा, but in big companies you will find definitely.
Yeah, thank you, sir. More anyone?
Any other question?
Yeah, I think we can wind up.
Okay, we can wind up. So again, I'm reiterating my words from my side. I'm not saying you from where you people should learn, but what I'm saying is I can't emphasize enough on that you people, if you have not started your journey as a BIM professional, please go for it. I mean, it is going to open a lot of opportunities for you guys. Okay, stay in touch. Okay, because we are expanding. Recently I have hired one person. We were looking just like anything, we were not able to find out the BIM professional for our organization. This is the fact. Okay, so they are highly in demand. This is one of the most in demand skills of AEC industry. All right, so it's not like कि आप बिमवाला से करें, कहीं से भी करें, just calculate all your conditions, what could be the best fit for you. But yes, again, you should start immediately learning BIM. And do not expect miracles over the night. Okay, कुछ भी नहीं होता है. We do degree 4 years, उसके बाद भी परेशानी होती है. And it is kind of, at every stage of our life, we are just learning. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं Deloitte में हूँ तो I'm still learning. I'm looking for the courses which can again upgrade me. So upskilling should always be there. अपना invest करो, अच्छे से मेहनत करो, and cracking a job interview, getting a job into a good company, there are many factors behind that. It's not only you are talented, but yeah, there are other multiple factors for that. So if you would like to have any, kind of advice or any discussions on that, I'm open for that. You can connect over the LinkedIn as well. I'm just sharing my link, okay, in the chat box. You can connect with me anytime. I can, discuss with you if you have any issues, or maybe for future vacancies in our company or maybe other company, I can refer you. Okay, recently in my previous organization, Webcos, they have come up with the, vacancies for civil engineers. That is a government entity. You can, go to the website and look for the vacancies. They are asking for 2 years of experience post your degree. So this kind of thing, you can always reach out to me. I will be happy to help you all. And here is my LinkedIn link. Okay, you can connect with me for future things as well. Right. specifically related to the BIM. I can guide you, and I would be happy if I can guide you. That's it from all. That's all from my side. Now over to you, Vinay.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for spending 2 hours with us and clearing all our doubts and providing valuable insights on BIM and how the future in this. And I hope if we have any sessions and further, we will be connecting with you. And if anyone want to learn, you can reach out to Ravi sir. And I hope sir is a great asset to the BIM industry. And I hope sir will be in touch with CE career in the future and will guide the students. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you for your valuable time.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I would be happy to connect with you all and would love to, if I would be able to guide any one of you, because it is from my civil industry background. So that's why I have a soft corner for the civil engineering student as well. Okay. And yes, of course. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye. And if you would like to have any other session on any other topic in the future, maybe we can again connect. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye bye. Take care.
Yeah.
Thank you
Bye.
so much, sir, for your
And please
valuable
do not
insights.
forget. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you, Satish. Do not forget to take the feedback.